Drowning Mona sounded really interesting, and it has a great cast. This was released in 2000, is directed by Nick Gomez, it's written by Peter Steinfeld, and the cast includes Danny DeVito, Bette Midler, Jamie Lee Curtis, Neve Campbell, Casey Affleck. Obviously a really solid cast there, and it sounded great. But unfortunately, I didn't really like it. A woman drives her car into the river, dies, of course, and it seems suspicious. So the police are investigating this. But it just so happens that basically nobody liked her anyway. This is, of course, Mona. So there are a lot of people who would quite happily see her dead, a lot of people who really don't seem to care. So it's quite a task to find out what actually happened. That sounded great. That sounded really interesting. It sounded like it could have been really funny. And yes, there were a couple of small moments here and there that were maybe a little funny. But in general, I just didn't get a lot out of this narrative. I don't think it was very interesting at all. It wasn't necessarily that it was completely boring, but it did slow down quite a lot. The comedy went through long stretches of just not existing. And then we'd have a couple of moments where actually it was quite funny in quick succession, and then it would slow down again. And yeah, there were some scenes that were quite boring, but I wouldn't say the film as a whole was boring, and it seems quite creative, but not enough to save the film. So unfortunately, as much as I really, really wanted to love this, and it sounded like it was going to be brilliant, it was just a bit of a disappointment. Yes, the cast, absolutely fantastic, loved watching the performances, but that being said, the characters themselves are not exactly very interesting. So that's not enough to save the film either. Do I recommend it? I guess only if you're really, really interested in this. If there's anything about this that maybe sounds a little bit interesting, then sure, check it out. It is watchable, and the cast, absolutely fantastic. And as I said, there are some funny moments, but they are few and far between. If you're interested, check it out. I think you'll like bits of it, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm alone with this, but I don't think it delivers exactly what it could. I don't think it lives up to its own potential. I think it could have been significantly more entertaining. But I guess it being fine is better than it being bad. Drowning Mona is not a great film, but it is a watchable film. And if you're interested in this for whatever reason, then by all means, I guess I'm happy to recommend it.